Hello there, I am Catherine.N.Kisekka, your career coach. Welcome back to the Career Deck, a space where we speak about everything career, people development, and growth. In our previous video, we were able to speak about career plan, how to create a career plan. And in this video, we are going to talk about how do you write a CV when you are a beginner. Maybe if you're going back to the job market and you've not been working, or you are a fresh graduate, or you are applying for a position that does not require a lot of experience, but wants to emphasize a lot of skills. So today we are going to learn about how do we write a CV so that we are able to emphasize on the skills we have when we do not have a lot of experience or a lot of maybe education or the other formal requirements that are required for you to get a job. So let's get right in. In our previous video, we discussed about how to create a career plan. For you to develop a good career plan, you're supposed to write a good CV to enable you to get the job that you require. Now, to write that kind of CV that we're looking at today, the CV that focuses more on your skills, you first start with your personal details. The personal details include your name. Your name has to be clear, in capital letters, bold. You include your telephone contact. You also include your email address. After developing your personal details under that part of the CV, you are able to develop your career objective. So a career objective is simply a statement that shows what you aim to achieve in your career. It could also include your skills. It could also include your experience. Define your education. You write about your education. When you're writing about your education, you start from the most earned and the highest level of education that you've earned. And here we use formal education. Formal education, we refer to O-level certificate, A-level certificate, and a university degree, master's degree, and a PhD degree. When you're writing, you write the year of achievement, the institution, and the word. Like between 2022 and 2024, I was awarded bachelor's in this from this university, which is the Awarding Institute. So the best way to write it, you put it in a table form. You start with your degree, your A-level, and maybe your primary education. After clearly defining your education, you go down to write your skills. Remember, this CV, this is what it's trying to pull out. Which skills do you have that are going to get you to get the job that you require? You have to bring out the skills very clearly. And these skills have to be in line for the position that you're looking at. For example, I have excellent communication skills. I have excellent writing skills, which is also part of communication. You could also have skills like listening skills. So you put the skills that are related to the position that you're applying for. After you've clearly defined the skills that you possess, you go ahead and write about your work history. Now here, remember, we do not have a lot of work experience, but then we want to bring out any little experience you've got from the little work that you've done. Maybe it's about your internship, put it clearly there. And when you're writing your work experience, you have to define the year or the period which you did your work, the organization where you did it, and the actual duties that you did. So here, you could pick about work history, maybe about your internship, any work that you did, as long as you're able to justify it with a period and the organization. It's also very good if you're to include this work history in a table form so that it's very clear for someone who is going through your CV. The next part that you need to include in this type of CV are your additional skills. Now, this is where you need to go on into detail so that you make sure that you stand out. You clearly go and explain which additional skills that you possess that actually makes you exceptional. For example, if you go ahead and explain that I have computer skills, you go ahead and say, I can do Excel, I can do MS Word, I can do MS Access, everything. You make sure it's in detail. For example, you can even put, maybe I have skills in website design, and make sure when the skills that you're talking about are in line with what position or what job that you're looking at. And now, we have our personal details, we have our education, we have talked about our skills, We have talked about our work history. The final thing that you need to include are your referees. So referees, you need to have 3 of them, 2 professional ones and 1 character referee. So the first 2, since you don't have a lot of experience here, you could look at people you've worked with so that you can have reference from maybe your previous, maybe where you did your internship, and then 1 person for your character. So that 2 describe your professional experience and 1 for your character. Now, when you're getting these referees, please include their names, their email addresses, and their contact. And when you pick someone as your referee, you need to also inform them that I've included you as my referee when I'm applying for this position, so that they are aware when they are contacted. And since you're just writing a CV as a beginner or someone who is going into employment, it would be good for you to know that referees change, and as you grow into your career, you get other referees, you get different supervisors, you work in different organizations, and you'll be able to get more referees. So this is not something that is constant, but it's something you need to look at. And with those tips, you'll be able to develop a very clear CV that is able to pick out your skills, emphasize on your additional skills that you'll be able to get a job despite the fact that you do not have a lot of work experience. Whether you're new in your career or trying to climb the corporate ladder, whether you're a team leader or trying to find balance in your work and your career, or a business owner, this space is what will help you in leveling up. Come with me as I give you tips and insights on how to excel in your career, people development, and strategies on how to achieve your professional development. Join me on this journey as we achieve professional development and growth so that we are able to achieve professional greatness together. I am Catherine.N.Kisekka here at the Career Deck, guiding you to achieve professional greatness together.